The story, we're joined by Raymond Tanter, a professor at Georgetown University and expert on international relations. Thanks for joining us. Let me ask you first about the announcement by President Obama today at the White House. I mean, he made this announcement that he's going to go to Congress. He's going to ask for Congress's approval. This coming so soon after John Kerry made this, the Secretary of State that is, made this very tough speech yesterday saying that something has to be done about what Bashar al-Assad is doing.
I think President Obama has taken a significant political risk because he can prevail in the Senate for sure, where the Democrats have a majority, but he could fail in the House. If the House Republicans wanted to take a cheap shot at the president, they could do so. But I don't believe that the party of Abraham Lincoln and Ronald Reagan would do that because, in a sense, politics stops at the water's edge.
But if the Republicans do vote for some kind of action against President Assad, in other words, giving President Obama the go-ahead to strike the country, will they want something back in return? They said, we're going to get you out of this hole, but we want something back from you.
No, I think that they will cooperate because it's the right thing to do. President Obama has shown the congressional leadership the secret evidence, and I think they're persuaded. And I think that you're right when you say that there's a need for buy-in. There's a need to create a stakeholder notion among the Congress and among the American people. So when the situation goes wrong, well, President Obama is not the lonely, reluctant warrior.
Why didn't he make this known earlier, that no matter what the circumstances, he would go to Congress before taking any kind of action? Why didn't he not tell the world and the American people, my plan is, whatever happens, I will ask your representatives?
Well, I don't think it's necessary for the president to go to Congress. It's not constitutionally required because he's commander-in-chief, and the War Powers Act doesn't constrain the president except for 60 days. So he always thought he was going to go in and go out. But
yeah, right. What I'm asking basically is, politically, it looks like the president painted himself into a corner here, and now he's using Congress to get himself out of that jam.
The president painted himself in a corner when he drew a red line. Right. And now he's asking the Congress to get him out of that box that he placed himself in. And if the Congress says no, then they are taking a political risk. And
he's also placed a restriction on what he's planning to do. He's basically said, look, this is going to be a surgical strike, whatever that means. It's going to last no more than 2 days, might last even 1 day. The plan, the intention is not regime change here. It's to hit some of your targets that are going to punish you. Is that a good thing?
No, it's not, because the other side has a vote in this. Syria may take some other actions, and then these 6 warships that are in the Mediterranean will escalate. The war will expand. There's no question about it.
And, with the people sitting now in Damascus, or perhaps in Beirut, Hezbollah leaders, or perhaps in Tehran, Iranian leaders, when they look at what the president said today, will they see it as a president who's blinked?
Well, of course they will see that this is a president who blinked, but American power is still the glue that holds the international system together, and they know it. So they're trying to take the measure of the man. Putin has really gone after Obama in a very personal way in this, and I congratulate the Chinese leadership for being much more circumspect, much more diplomatic in this regards.
What does congressional approval actually do? Is the president, once he gets the vote, presuming he gets the vote, is he then compelled to take action?
No, the president has not the obligation to take action, but the authority bestowed upon him by the Congress, which he didn't need because he already had the authority.
Right.
But he shares the responsibility wider, so when the situation doesn't go as intended, he's there with congressional support and thereby American public support.
So it gives him political cover.
All right.
Okay, Professor Tanter, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.